It's the beginning of 2023. Is there a pile of to-do lists that you want to start doing but haven't actually started yet? Have you made a list of New Year resolution but failed to follow through just after the second week of January? If that's your problem, then probably you still haven't found an effective way to beat procrastination yet. Procrastination can be a major barrier to achieving your goals, but there are several methods that can help you overcome it. And in this video, we'll share with you the 3 proven effective techniques to smash procrastination into pieces. Before diving into the methods, let us understand why do we procrastinate. Procrastination happens because 2 sides of ourselves are in conflict. One side being your present self, and another side being your future self. Simply put, your present self wants instant gratification, while your future self wants to achieve long-term goals. For example, you want to finish off an important project. That is what your future self wants. But right now, you feel lazy and want to take a nap. Well, clearly, that is what your present self wants. Without proper strategy, you will simply give in to your present self's temptation by going to take a nap and procrastinate working on your projects. So, the first technique is directly response to this reason of procrastination. It's called temptation bundling. Introduced by behavioral Katie Milkman at University of Pennsylvania, temptation bundling is an excellent way to kill procrastination by combining present self's needs with future self's goals. By doing so, your present self is motivated to work for long-term goals. Basically, this technique is about blending your present self's need or instant gratification with your future long-term goals by satisfying both long-term and instant rewards simultaneously. In other words, you give yourself an instant reward every time you have achieved a small milestone that benefits your future goals. For example, you can watch TV while working out or do your work while having your food massage. That way, you will not push yourself too hard while working toward your future goals, which reduce the likelihood of procrastination. To practice this technique effectively, you may want to write down 2 columns. One side being something you enjoy while the other side being your obligation. Then try to find a way to blend them both. For example, if you like fast food, soccer, and music, but your obligation including homework, work project, and online lecture, then you could blend them, say, by doing homework while listening to music, playing soccer when you finish off your work, or watching lecture while eating your fast food. That way, instead of pushing yourself too hard to complete all those obligations, you will find a way to enjoy it. The second method is called small, easy, and increment, which means you must break down your tasks or your goals into small components. This will make your first step easy because procrastination usually happens when the first step is hard. If your work involves writing a 1,000 words essay, you'll feel overwhelmed by thinking about completing this essay. But if you break it down into small steps, say 200 words per day or say a paragraph per day, you will unconsciously trick your mind to believe it's an easily achievable task, so you can kick your butt and start doing it. The second component of this technique is to start with the easier task first. Because remember, procrastination is about making the first step as easy as possible. Once you start and complete the first task, you'll be proud of yourself and feel the urge to complete the next step. That's exactly how you keep the momentum going. The achievement in one task will lead to the need to start another step. Back to our 1,000-word writing example. Let's say the most difficult part is writing an introduction paragraph, which is probably true for many people. So, if you start by writing introduction, you will feel overwhelmed. And after a few hours of trying without seeing any results, you'll definitely gonna stop and procrastinate. And when you come back to your writing, the same process repeats. But say if you start with outline and gather resources for your writing, and then start writing your body paragraph, you'll feel you're making progress. That small incremental achievement will push you to finish the whole writing. The last technique is called risk consideration. This is when you use fear to scare yourself and push yourself to start doing what needs to be done. Jim Collin refers to this as productive paranoia in his book Great by Choice, which is the technique used by successful people like Bill Gates. By asking yourself what will go wrong and imagine the worst possible scenario, you will work hard to avoid all those devastated outcomes. If you miss submitting a report by the deadline, this will lead to your bad reputation within your workplace. Eventually, your notorious lack of professionalism will spread within your industry, which would eventually hurt your future career prospect. By thinking that this simple procrastination could potentially lead to worst possible consequences, you have no choice but to get your ass off and start working. That's just an extreme example of how you use fear to get yourself started. We hope you can try to apply this in your own scenario. and get rid of procrastination. So, to recap, please make sure you use all the 3 techniques combined to beat procrastination, which includes temptation bundling, small, increment steps, and fear consideration. It's important to remember that overcoming procrastination is a process, and it may take time to develop new habits. Be patient with yourself and focus on progress rather than perfection. We hope you find this video useful. Be sure to like and subscribe for more video like this.